Hey everyone, what's up? This is Alex from Mutated Percussion. Welcome to part 2 of the Drumline Prep Series. We are getting the marching drums ready for the upcoming season. So today we are focusing on the section of the line that every middle schooler always wants to make, the snare line. We are going over changing the heads and just getting everything all tuned up. So enough waiting, let's get fixing. So with shows like these, the first thing I like to do is inspect them for any dings that may have occurred during the previous season. I just like to use a simple paint pen to fill in any spots that stick out. After that, I start changing heads, which you have seen me do before in a previous video. If you haven't seen it, then I encourage you to go back and check it out. I'll have a link to it in the description below. The difference here is that the video featured a single snare drum, where here we have 5 drums for an actual line, which by bringing them together makes it complete.
All right, power up your crystals! 2, 1, power up! Switching to Megazord battle mode, now! Megazord sequence has been initiated.
Okay, here's the actual footage of me changing all the heads. As I have also stated before, it is important to make sure the guts are all tuned so that you have an actually good snare sound. I have worked on snare drums where the guts were so loose that it didn't even sound like a snare drum. This keeps the drum sounding good in the way it is supposed to. Once that is done, it is time to play on it and check the tuning. You may have to flip it over a few times to get it to sound just right. Remember, you don't want them so high they sound really boxy, and you also don't want them so wet that you can't hear the sticks actually hitting the drum. But if you are a tech or a director and your percussion director has them tuned really wet, be sure to pick up one of these t-shirts in the merch store. And remind them that those snares need a towel. Then, once this is done, the drum should sound something like this. I would like to take this opportunity to point out the differences in how the shells look. Granted, the school did obtain 2 new drums for this line. However, the older drums do not have to look this faded. This is why drum covers are so important. You can see how the sun has damaged the older drums over time. Having the drums covered during rehearsal and only taking them off for performances can help keep them looking nicer longer. They can also help protect against dings, scrapes, and scratches that may happen in rehearsal. If your group is unable to afford professional drum covers, say from the actual drum company or from a custom manufacturer, be sure to keep an eye out for an upcoming video where we will actually learn how to make some of our own. So that is it for me today, guys. I have some links to some various tuning guides in the description below for your snares. Be sure to check those out and choose whichever one seems to work best for your group. If you're not really sure which one does, just pick one and go from there. They are all great starting points. And if you haven't seen the other marching snare drum video, be sure to check that out here. And also, if you have yet to see part 1 of the series, check that out here. So guys, I'll see you tomorrow for part 3, where we start working on the tenors. I'll see you then.